Welcome to Limerick City. Down here doing a bit of work today, and I got finished up early and decided to take a little walk, so I would. And a couple of things to show you. Just you have your panoramic wheel here. I don't know if this is a permanent feature, but it's there. You can't really see it through the trees. Hold on a second. Now you can see it. And that looks out across this. Isn't that a beautiful sight? You can see there's a hell of a current coming in here in that, and it's not something I'd like to be trained to swim in. And over there with the flags and everything, you have King John's Castle. And I might take a little walk over there, have a little look, and get back with you in a few minutes when I get there. So what you're looking at is King John's Castle. I don't know if it's the type of place you can just go and have a look around. If it is, I will. I'll go and have a look around and I'll show you. But it does look to me to be a kind of a tourism thing where you pay into it and that sort of thing. And I'm not flush with cash today, so I'll not be doing it if that's the case. But you can just see the current of the river here. It really is. I would not like to be in a boat or anything, because you would get into trouble fairly easily. It's got this lovely, wonderful big bridge going over it. I don't know what the bridge is called, but it is amazing. So I'm going to try and have a little walk around here, and I'll see if I can get in to see it. Wish me luck. A bit of walking around to see what I could see. And what do you think of this? Pretty cool. All plugged up to keep the water out. It's not a nice thing to have out the front though. Amazing it's survived this long. Probably restored at one stage. For those of you who like your information, there it is there. You can pause the video and read through it. My phone always goes dark when I put it up towards the sky. But this is, I'm walking around I think the side of the castle now. I'm a tourist here myself, so I don't really know, being honest. But I'm showing you what I can see of it. It's quite an impressive building. And there's a lot to it as well. I think this must have been one of the main entrances here. You've got your arrow slits here, either side of you off the door, and one back here. You've got your big old door with the big nails in it and everything. And up above that there would have been a bit of a portcullis that you could slide down in front of the door. It would have been a steel kind of grid, and that would have protected, an extra protection for the door. Very nice to be able to see. You can just have a look in there. You can see that some of the, they've got it all done up with tapestries and all like it would have been. Here's the rest of it. And you've even got that little piece up there where people could come out and walk along the top of the wall here. Well, whatever's behind the wall. And then they had their way down to their boat, probably here, down the steps to the water. Pretty amazing. This is the big bridge I was showing you earlier, and I'm just about to walk across it, maybe walk back the other way. So there's another little I don't think that's as old. So I decided I'd go back and visit it. Probably not going to be here again, so I might as well enjoy myself while I'm here. And I'll video wee bits when I'm in here. So here we are in the courtyard of St. John's Castle. You can see there's a few games to play here and things like that. Lovely townhouses in the middle of it. Probably not as early as the castle, obviously not. Big thick walls. So this takes you to the Undercroft. That's where we're headed for. I can't begin to tell you about the smell down here. It smells pretty gnarly. But this is what's underneath the castle, so I think there's been a bit of work to help keep it. You can see these cages of stone put here. There's the foundations of something there. More old foundations. Not a lot to see. Very interesting. We're in the courtyard. It's pretty cool. Look at all sorts of things over here. The shed you can see was probably the blacksmith's area, and you can see there's bits of battered armour over here and stuff. Probably just made as props, probably not the real thing, but definitely proper steel and everything, and made the proper way, I think. And chain mail. Quite heavy. You've got cannonballs, bits of shoulder pieces and like that, and actually a helmet too. Yep, there you go. Pretty groovy. And according to the sign, apparently this was the Great Hall at some stage or another. Long gone now. And you can see from the windows where you can outlook across the river, and the guys with their bow and arrows or whatever they had could really have a good vantage point there. I'll go and look at the next one. And they're really just soldiers' spots. And I'm not quite sure if I've got it right that this was the Great Hall or if it was a lookout point for the soldiers. This could be the Great Hall up here. We'll go and have a look. And this is the mason we're going into now. Whatever the mason is, some of you may know better than me. Bit of a stairway up into the tower. Locked. Can't get up there. Obviously dangerous. And you've got showing you how the things were made. Stone things. Oh, stonemason. Okay. Where the roof would have been in the castle. And still got its flagstone floors, which is pretty neat. Another big window looking out across the river. A maze of tunnels. Probably takes you upstairs, but I won't go there yet. I'll have a look at this room down here. So here you would have had a big fireplace. Your protective windows, all of that stuff. And they have to hand it to them, they have it very well laid out here and everything.
A visitor by royal invitation. Come in. Welcome to the King's Lynn, a place of pure money and proper weight, and a thief's paradise, in faith. Prithee, keep your
This is very tight and deliberately so. It was deliberately designed to disadvantage people coming up the stairs from a fighting point of view. That's why you'll see the steps are all in the favour of the person who's up above. Now you're at the roadside. And you can just see how much space they had here to turn around and try and get whatever angle they wanted at somebody. It was easy done. So here we are on the bridge where the foot soldiers would have stood. You can look out over the whole town, city, and this is the top of one of the towers. I'll have a wee look up here. A little bit of flashing trouble there. And this is what the roof would have been like. Concrete. Solid stone or lime or whatever it is. And this is the view from the top. Yep. On the other side here. Big bridge down below. This is where the drawbridge of the castle at one stage would have came onto this bridge and could be lifted. It's long gone now though. Mightn't have been this bridge exactly, but there was another bridge here that was like that. Okay, so we're now coming to the highest point of the castle. Let's see what sort of views we got from here. If you can imagine that a lot of these higher buildings didn't exist, they would have had a pretty good vantage point. Stunning views. These are your castellations. Now we're going to go back down, and there's another room to go through when we get down halfway down this. So this is like a split level off on your way up to the tower up there, and it looks like this is the armory, and these are real cannonballs, and you really want to feel the weight of them. I would not like to drop one on my toe. Got little pigeons finding a home everywhere. In every window. Looking out across the courtyard. Ooh, I do not like the sound of that. And here we are in Captain George Courtney Constable. This would have been his room. You can see it's started to let in a lot of water, which is unfortunate. Bound to happen with a stone building. And you have an old musket here, well, just a replica of a musket. Yep. I'm pretty sure that concludes the whole visit, so until next time, guys, don't be afraid to subscribe to Demo 690.